How was your week, King?
And absolutely phenomenal. We got other opportunities every single day, like we always say, man. You get
Yes.
opportunities to get up, to go at life one more time, to uncover new things about yourself, new things about the existence, new things about just the becoming, and it's always a beautiful journey, because it's purposeful and it's
Yes.
intentional because you're directing your thoughts and your energies into like and what you can become. So absolutely amazing every single day. What about yourself, King?
Man, my week has been amazing. There's a lot of lessons, and something you just said right now, which kind of made my week really, really amazing, right? Was, waking up, living and participating in life, embracing every moment, right? And remember, for me, one of the biggest lessons I was like, oh, we gotta talk about this, is the levels of gratitude.
Right.
Like just this week, a couple of weeks ago, just a lot of stuff were just hitting me from left to right, like finances, trying to get, a tenant to rent my place, and then having 2 flat tires, right? in the same week, right? And just kind of took me out a little bit, where it was like, wait a minute, why am I being focused on this, right? Focused on the other part of this. So I was like, even we develop ourselves every single day, right? It's like, okay, I practice my gratitude, so I should be good. But I'm like, wait a minute, there are different levels to gratitude. So that was how my week was.
Right.
But do you think there are different levels to gratitude?
Yes, I think there's always different levels to everything in life, right? So yeah, absolutely, there's different levels to gratitude, because every time you grow and expand your consciousness and you get to another level, the rules of existence, they're same. It's the same rules, but the application of them is different. Right.
Okay.
The application of them is different, right?
Yes.
Which means that more is going to be required, right? So that's where I would say, as you expand, as you grow, and as you become, there's going to be different levels to everything that you do, and gratitude is definitely one of them, because even in my own pursuit for this grand vision of my life, I find more like myself now zoning in and focusing on practicing gratitude for the smaller things.
Yes.
And not necessarily this big vision, right? Because the vision that I have for myself and for my life is big.
Yes.
But it's the small things, the everyday nuances and things that would seem to go overlooked. I'm finding myself practicing a level of gratitude for those things, instead of this big thing, right? Like, because it's easy, to like recognize this one big mass thing and this mass prayer that you want to, like, bless me with this big house.
Yes.
But then just to be able to look down and say, I got shoes on my feet, thank you for that.
Yes.
I have one person in my life that is just true and genuine and unconditional. Thank you for that person, right? Like I said, I think fatherhood has taught me a lot as I observe my children and how they go about their day. Like, like I said, my little one, my daughter, talks to the sun, talks to the moon. Hi, son. Daddy, what's the sun doing? I was like, the sun is warming up the place. Oh, thank you, son. Like, wow. Right? Like, yes, there are absolutely different levels of gratitude.
Yes, man, you're absolutely right with that, to the smallest things, right? Because come to find out, man, that week, after everything, right, I had to re-strategize, and I was like, wait a minute, I have to practice this gratitude on a different scale, different level, right?
Yes.
And one of it that you told me was just write thank you and then finish the sentence in your head, right?
Yes.
A whole page long. And I do that before I go to sleep, man. I told you the effect of that. I slept like a newborn baby, right?
Yes.
But After I think probably just a whole full page long of writing that is probably up to 100 of thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes.
But while I was doing that, you get to the smallest level. Like I was like, thank you for the shelter,
Yes.
thank you for the shoes I have, thank you
Yes.
for the food I have.
Yes.
Because even as I was saying thank you, in that moment, I come to like, it took me back in this memory lane when I was in Houston. I remember like just staying by myself where I couldn't even afford, money to buy food. Right? I had to buy noodles and then meal plan those noodles. Because if I was to buy noodles for every day, it wouldn't last me till the paycheck. So I had to like combine everything, right?
Wow.
And it's like, man, look at me now. I don't even have to think twice to afford the food I have, right?
Yes.
So it's like, but the generation of that feeling of gratitude at the smallest level,
yes,
that just made my whole day. And you're right,
yes,
like, as your consciousness keeps expanding, repeating the same, practice of gratitude. I mean, as you expand, as you said, the vision is getting bigger. Definitely the level of that gratitude, expands along with it too,
yes,
as well.
Yes. And, for me, I now started a more self-reflective version of gratitude where as I progress through my day or just through life, but even my day specifically, just let's narrow it down, and maybe something happened and my response to it is different than it normally was. Like, I show gratitude for that because that's a clear indication of my growth.
Wow.
Right? That's
yes,
I'm like,
yes.
Thank you for, for me not responding in another manner that I could have responded or how I previously would have responded.
Yes.
So I could recognize my own growth and development as it's occurring to the best of my ability and unbiasedly, that I need to show gratitude towards that because I want more, right?
Yes,
and we've learned, and it's widely taught that the practice of gratitude is to give that energy of appreciation that of things that you've already acquired, so that you can get more of it.
Yes.
So I'm like, I want more growth and I want more development. So I'm going to practice that art of gratitude for every simple and small win. But I think it goes back to how we talk to the people that we coach before, that celebrate every win.
Yes.
Because you're worth celebrating. You are worth celebrating.
Yes, that is, especially this point of view that you just brought about the self-reflective gratitude. That is really, really huge, especially the self-growth, right? It's like, man, I would have reacted in this situation the way I used to, but now I handle it differently. And in that instance, you celebrate that win and that gratitude. That is really, really big.
Yes.
And I'll definitely add that to my arsenal. And, All right, thank you very much for sticking to the end and watching this. Just go ahead and do me a quick favor. Click on the subscribe button right now.